for $750,000 mortgage. So he told me that his money was in different savings accounts. He said he had an account with Chase Bank, he had an account with US Bank, and he had an offshore account. This is what he told me. The offshore account, I was like, why? And he explained something about, the US, the US imposes taxes on money when you have a certain amount in US banks. Uh-oh. He was like, so everybody knows that it's smart to have some money in an offshore account. Y'all, look, I live paycheck to paycheck. I was like, okay, that's whatever. I said, so you have the money to pay for a home. I'm also holding in my hand a letter from Chase saying that he was approved for $750,000. So I went off of what I saw. So we contacted a realtor. I won't say his name, but man, if he ever sees this TikTok, I owe this man such an apology. But we contacted a realtor who is based in Cobb County, because I was very adamant I wanted to move back to Marietta, Smyrna area, in Cobb County, Georgia. He was fine with that. His whole attitude was, you're going to be my wife, happy life. So we met a realtor. I would find houses that I wanted to tour. Keep in mind that this was COVID. So at the time, we could not tour a home. It would have to be a virtual tour. So this particular realtor, we found a house in Douglasville, Georgia. Not Cobb County, but nevertheless, it's in Douglasville. I was fine with Douglasville. So we found a house in Douglasville, Georgia. The realtor did a FaceTime tour of the house.
I'm just bugging off these.
The house was a nice home. Yeah. 5 bedrooms, 4 baths. So we did a FaceTime tour of the home. And the home was listed, I believe, roughly 400 and something thousand.
These comments.
I really like the house. I could see myself living there. I could see us living there. Could see us with the kid there. This is now April, just for timeline purposes. This is April. So he really liked the house. He was like, you know what? We'll put an offer in on the house. He was like, if you like it, because again, it was COVID, we weren't going to be able to see the house in person because the family still lived there. So he said, I'll put an offer in. We'll see if it's accepted. I said, okay. So he puts an offer in. He's telling me he put an offer in. I need to clarify some things he told me and the things that I actually saw. So for this house in Douglasville, he told me he was putting an offer.
That's what the initial. That's what they called it. Cobb County. Come on, black boy. That's what they made an acronym out of it, because it's fairly. They like purity in Cobb County. Let's continue.
The realtor would call me, because one thing that the realtor told us, he was like, if the woman likes the house, typically the house is going to get bought. So he kind of dealt with me a bit more than he did my ex-husband. And again, this is April 2020. This is before we got married. So at the time, he was my boyfriend. So the realtor was calling me and it was like, hey, I put the offer in, and what they're asking for is proof of funds. And I did not know anything at this time about buying a house. So I was like, hey, you probably need to talk to him, because I'm not even listed on the mortgage. Like, from the paperwork I saw, it was only in his name. So he called him. I guess they talked. I was not there, but I'm assuming that they had talked. So the boyfriend is coming, my ex is coming home saying, yeah, I talked to so-and-so. I sent him over the paperwork. The offer was approved. And They are going to try to do a virtual closing. First, we got to do an inspection. If the inspection goes all well, then we have to do a virtual closing. He also told me that he put down earnest money on the home. He put down, I believe, $5,000. He said, I just transferred the money over to the realtor's account or whatever, so that it could be earnest money for the house.
Okay,
so
let's go to the cliff notes, y'all, and then we're gonna get to Legion's response, because like I said, this is a 50-part series. That's roughly what, it's 10 minutes per episode. What is that, 500 hours of footage content? We're not gonna do all that. So let's get to the cliff notes version, shall we? Okay, here we go. She met him in March 2020, 2 weeks before a shutdown. Met online. She had a blowout. Okay. Fast forward. 5 siblings. Blah, blah, blah. They tried to buy a house together. It fell through. He kept giving the runaround about actually purchasing it, but they did, however, shop for appliances. They put a hold. They put a hold to it. Keep at the store until for delivery. Once the house and furniture. She ends up finding out it was a lie that he never closed on the house. Never did any paperwork with the realtor. Just giving the realtor the runaround. Found out she was pregnant. She was pregnant in April 2020. So they tried for another house. This time she involved herself. They put in a cash offer for $699,000. He claimed he had been approved. Okay, for the $750,000. Offshore account, but he never disclosed how much or with whom. So when it came time for the house, the sellers was willing to accept the cash offer, but only after he proved he could actually pay for it. It became a back and forth about showing proof. So the sellers pulled out, and so did the realtor. She was upset and confused because he said he had the money and bills were always paid and they'd never lacked anything. So she didn't understand the issue. Around that time, she also found out he was talking to women on Facebook Messenger. So she started asking questions herself. Fast forward July 2020, she had a miscarriage. Oh no. He wasn't there to support her, and a friend from work was the one there for her. He claimed he had business meetings he couldn't miss. Said he was a VP of a condiment company. Fast forward, his grandmother passed away, and he was sad things started changing, but by now she was kind of over the relationship because nothing had changed, and every time they were to do something they could never or did because he had always had an excuse. Took her to test drive of cars because he was buying a company car, convinced her to get one, said he'll pay for it, and then he didn't. Convinced her to buy an Audi R8, said it'll be delivered, and had her take off work. It never came. He had some excuse why, but he left for work every day, same time, came home same time, 6 a.m. to 3 or 4 p.m. He also ended up losing a couple more family members. Damn. By the end of the year, he proposed in December. So why did she marry him? They were married the next month in January 2021. Found out he was cheating 3 days later with prostitutes since November. So instead of annulling the marriage, you decided on marriage counseling. I don't feel bad for this chick. Let's continue. Pastor told her flat out, had you come to me before marrying him, I would have told you don't do it because something ain't right. So the ex-stepkids he was close to, the girl got COVID and passed away. The mom ex-wife wanted to know if they could help with $2,000, and she, the wife, agreed because she don't play about people passing. She ended up buying herself a Nissan Altima. But the note was more than expected. He was helping her pay it. So she told him she was getting another job, and he laughed at her. She got another job, but the background check wanted her husband info as well. Oh no. She noticed his social was different than what he put on the marriage license. She searched the social and all hell broke loose. She discovered that he never resided in California. He told her he went to college, played football, and that he graduated and met his ex-wife and moved back to where they reside now, trying to get his life together because she was cheating on him, but he remained close with the kids. He has addresses in Rhode Island, Philly, and Georgia. Found out he had been married before the previous ex-wife. It ended that ex getting an order of protection because she beat him up after finding out he lied to her about everything, and both times they filed for divorce, and neither marriage lasted past 6 months. She found an address and number on the most recent ex and called her. And Barbara, this Shirley. Is this Barbara? My name is Shirley. Can we do that real quick? Wait. Can we do that real quick? Let's get back to this. Ay. Where we go? Realizing. Okay. Addresses, divorce, found next now. Okay. And she told her he lies about everything and to get her shit and run as fast as she can. She said he only had maybe one family member that talked to him because he lies so much. And before getting out the phone, she asked about the daughter that passed away from COVID. He said he said her daughter is fine, and they have no communication with him at all. She was flabbergasted. She also found an obituary online that said his grandmother had passed in 2008, not 2020. During this time, his knee was giving him some trouble, so he couldn't really move around like that before until he ended up bedridden. By this time, it was May 2021. She also discovered another obituary that said he only had 2 brothers. She ended up calling the college he said he attended. They had no record of him. She was done. She ended up comforting him on his birthday and asked him, did he go to college? And he said, did roll his eyes, try to get upset. But she told him she knew he was lying about everything, and she knew about college. She knew about everything and told him to get out her house before she killed him. He ended up calling an aunt, and she told him, I'll give you money to go home. Just leave her house. So he left. He was so lazy that he laid in the room using the Powerade bottles to use the restroom. Oh my. He was so lazy that he laid in the room using the Powerade bottles to use as a restrooms. She said she was disgusted by it, but she didn't care. She wanted them gone, changed her locks and alarm. One of his cousins found her number and called her to ask what happened between them because he claimed he caught her cheating with a police officer, and the police threatened to shoot him if he didn't leave. But the cousin said he lied so much they didn't believe him. They hadn't talked to him in over 7-8 years, some even longer, because he burned his bridges with everyone. Found out they only had 2 brothers, and the oldest he claimed he talked to every day. Is that it? Oh, wait. Okay, wait. Okay, final part. Found he had 2 brothers, hadn't spoken since 2015, so he's making up conversations. Everybody like he was talking to somebody, and the other brother wasn't just his brother, but his twin. Not only his twin, but his twin had actually had a job as a VP at a company with a 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom house and a BMW. The life he was making up to her. He had no sisters and no half siblings, and the woman he called his aunt was actually just a family friend that nobody trusted. They got a quick divorce, but he was hesitant to sign, but also tried to move back in with her since he was advised that he could until the divorce was final. The lady he called aunt, family friend, called her to check on the baby, the one she miscarried, because she was under the impression that she was leaving him and he was trying to get custody. He was like, there is no baby, ma'am. She couldn't believe it and was shocked. He was still going around lying. She hasn't heard from him since the divorce was finalized. Oh, no. Okay, so now let's get to his response. This should be a hoot. Let's get to his response. Courtesy of Carrie. Thank you, Carrie. Okay, wait. Refresh. Okay. This is AKA Legion. That's a tough name, though. I like that name, Legion. I mean, that's what the demons call themselves in the Bible. We are many, we are Legion. Okay, let's continue. Let's go.
The rumor, Reesa, Teesa, ex-wife, who straight lying to y'all. It's sad, because it's completely false. And we went to marriage counseling, didn't work, and we broke up. But my message to her is, please stop lying to these people, and you can tell them the real reason I left you. You cheated. I caught you in the house with Bradley, and we went to marriage counseling, didn't work, and we broke up. More to the point, I haven't decided who I'm going to talk to exactly or go on whose page or whatever. But I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know that she lied about everything. Follow her, don't follow her. That's up to you. All that stuff she said, it's complete lies.
Oh no. Okay, wait. All right, Carrie again. The first ex-wife. Good grief. Legion's first ex-wife. Jesus Christ.
So, I'm going to address the elephant in the room.
The rim?
Because it's been brought to my attention that my ex-husband is out here in these streets disturbing individuals as he always has, and I have been brought into this. Let me first say, this chapter of my life is closed. I have moved on. It's been more than 10 years. I'm over it. I'm done. I'm good. Okay? But after I say this, let's just leave it alone. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm not going to address it anymore because I have nothing to do with this. This is my past life. The book is closed. Okay? So Legion, as y'all call him, is a despicable, nasty, and vile individual.
Oh, no.
I fell for the trap over 10 years ago. Yes, he was charming, and I was broken mentally. Okay? Understand, self-love was not here at all for me to actually love myself enough to understand that this is not love. He manipulated me. He love-bombed me. All of the, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that and everything else. Yes, all of these things were said to me. Guess what?
What?
None of it happened. He's manipulative and he literally tried to ruin my life. He had family turn against me because he wanted to tell people lies about me and things of that nature. And unfortunately, he's very, very good at what he does. It took me many, many, many years to get past that. I have healed. And with this situation being brought back to me, it's like cutting me back open with a dagger because I was already healed up. The Band-Aid had been left. I've gotten married. I'm happy. Been good, right? But this man is a pathological liar. He gave up all types of promises, but to the cars and houses just like Reesa. But guess what? None of that ever came to pass, right? So I just need for people to know that this situation was...
Wait, is this really homeboy's fault? Like, come on, y'all. Seriously? Like, we're really gonna sit here and be like, this guy is just, the gift of gab is just so on point that everybody just falls for it? Like, come on.
Was traumatic as hell for me. And then I hear about, because I've not watched any of the videos, because for what? Like, it's not my business anymore. I feel bad for anybody that he comes into contact with, and I will tell any female that sees his picture, don't ever, just let it go. Because he needs some serious mental help, and he needs to be evaluated and be locked away. So that's what I will say.
Oh.
And as far as like me not filing...
Citizen Jane, powerful. Asking why she married him. Remember, this was the time Kevin Samuels was telling you to settle or die alone. The whole winter is coming. That messed up a lot of chicks. Yeah. Trying to... These Build-A-Bears trying to fix him up, a fixer-upper, Build-A-Bear. Okay.
For divorce, I didn't file for divorce because I was afraid for my life. I didn't want to be served. In order for me to file, I would have to tell him where exactly I was. And I didn't want him to know that. So no, I absolutely was not filing because I was afraid at the time. But guess what? It was ended before it even really started. But at the same token, I still was very, very, very not mentally, in love with myself. So that's one of the things that really got me. So I genuinely feel empathy for the women that have been down his path. When all this stuff was going on with him and I, there was no social media, TikTok or anything like that. But at the same token, I just wanted to heal through my processes. I didn't want to sit there and have to tell the whole world my business because I'm a very private person and I don't do drama.
Yeah,
I will also say this. I did not hit Legion at all. I did not hit this man. He went to jail because he was impersonating a police officer, telling people that he was a detective of the police department in Atlanta, Georgia. And that is why he went to jail. Also for stalking one of the guards that were over where we lived at. That is why he went to jail. So he didn't go to jail because of we never went to court about me putting my hands on him. My son did, yes, interact with him. And my son, yes, he did put his hands on him because he threatened me for the last time. And enough was enough. As you go through life, you can either sit down and continue to take it, or you can get up and triumph and do what you need to do so that you can make your life better. And at that point, enough was enough for me. I was done. I was no longer going to be the victim, because I'm not a victim. I'm not a doormat. You can't step on me. You can't do whatever you want to do to me and me take it. So I left. I will also say, I need people to understand this is my life we're talking about, right? So this situation is triggering, but it's triggering me because it needs to be said. But it's one of those things where I was okay with not saying it. I was good. After this conversation, after I'm done saying my piece, if anybody wants to actually, know how I healed from all of this, you're more than welcome to go.
Okay, she's giving me like Jaguar Wright vibes because she got the little chubby cheeks and big chest. I'm getting Jaguar Wright vibes. I'm cool.
Click into my link on my Ms. Missouri page on Facebook. And you're more than welcome to listen to my show tonight, because my Health, My Mind and Body radio show is literally about healing. And my show tonight is about elevating your mental. And I've been elevating my mental for years. And I'm so fucking proud of myself. You know why? Because I've done a lot of work to get past all that shit that was going on in my past. So all that, Reesa, Teesa, I pray, honey, that you get the healing that you need, sweetie, because guess what? It took me time, and I pray that you get the healing that you need. And anybody else, Vivian or anybody else, I pray that you guys get the healing that you need, because this situation is not easy. But I hope that you guys really get the healing that you need, so that way you guys can move forward in your life, because it's possible to have a love of your life after all of this trauma. It is very possible. So with that being said, you guys, I really hope.
Listen, I'm okay. Any guy called Legion, I'm rocking with him. Hey, listen. Any man that has been called Legion, I'm rocking with them. I'm with it. I'm down with it. I'm down with it. That's a tough name, man. That's a tough name. I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm rocking with them. I mean, these women are just that gullible and naive, and it's hard for me to feel sorry for them. I'm sorry.